main purpose of this video is to see where price is heading, right? In terms of the stock market, where are we going to go up or are we going to crash again? Which is which? So in this video, I'm going to break down where I see price going in the short term, and then I'm going to give you guys a plan on how to trade it if you are a day trader or you're a swing trader. Okay. So without much ado, I'll go without much ado, I'll go straight to the charts and we can get started here. All right. So I'll start with the S&P 500 ETF, which is the SPY. So the week started very strong with the futures market gapping up on Monday. We started really strong. So the futures market gapped up on Sunday night, and which entered into Monday, and we got the market starting in green and strong. So some stocks recovered all their losses from Friday in just the Monday session. However, the bulls were not able to get the job done yesterday. I was expecting that the bulls were going to like push in and then get the job done quickly, but they could not simply get the job done. So what happened is that, once again, I'll show you this chart here, this trend line. So we have this trend line here. This one is from 2023, touches July 2024, and it goes up here to February 2025. And then once you extend it, it brings you to all-time highs, okay? And when you go to the daily chart, there is this secondary trend line here, which has been acting as a very important trend line because price started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, and then we broke it in the 7th time. However, price came all the way, and what did he do? It held the 50 SMA on the daily, which means that area is a break wall. If you go to the weekly, you are going to see that the S&P 500 ETF SPY has always held the 9 EMA on the weekly. So until the bears are able to crack below this 9 week exponential moving average, the SPY will stay up, and the bulls will have the strength to push it up. Right. The only way the bears can get this job done is for them to get a weekly candle that closes below this 9 EMA on the daily. Okay, so we shall see what happens. I mean, they've started the recovery, the bulls have started recovery, but the job is not done yet. So here, what the bulls need to do is that they have to find a way to break this secondary trend line. And it's not done yet. So we still have 3 trading days to go. That is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and possibly the bulls can get the job done. But if they fail, this will come down and this is going to crack below this 9 EMA, and then we are going to head down towards this 20 SMA weekly level. Okay. All right. So if I go to the daily, what you can see here is that we look like we are forming something looking like a bear flag, right? This looks like a bear flag. So this is your flagpole. This is your flagpole. This here is your flag. So as long as we continue doing this, we continue consolidating here, it means that we are bear flagging. Okay. So bear flagging means that the price is actually trying to hold this area, right? So if the bulls are able to clear above this moving average condition and this trend line here, then the bulls are going to push this and remount. So the bulls' job is very simple. They need to find a way to remount this trend line. Something like this, the push up, and then they hold the trend line. So they push up and hold the trend line. If they are unable to do that, the bears might come around and then get the job done for them. So here, they have to come here like this, and then we can hold and then push up from there. Okay. So that is what the bulls need to do. So the bulls need to find a way to remount this Okay, I'll use a different color here. They need to find a way to remount this. This is red. You can find a way to remount this and send it up to the upside. Okay, so in summary, what the bulls need to do is that they need to master the strength to break above this secondary trend line. So this secondary trend line was for the longest time from May 2025 was acting as support, and now it's going to act as resistance. So in order to break it, it's going to take a lot of power and a lot of energy to do so, right? So in order for the bulls to do so, they need to find a way to close above this secondary trend line. If they're able to do that, then we are going to push up and make new all-time high and blast up. But if they fail, we are going to look to head down. Okay, so if the bulls are unable to protect and defend this red line, it means that the bears will have the upper hand, and then they are going to break this down, right? So immediately this breaks, we are heading down to the downside. So if that happens, where are we heading next? So we are going to head to, I believe that if we break below this, it's going to take some time, but we could head as low as this place here, 612. That is why if we break this, I believe that we are going to head to 612 in the short term, maybe before the end of the month or sometime in November. We shall see. However, if the bulls are able to master the strength and push up and break above this secondary trend line, then we are going to head up and go to all-time highs, retest the previous all-time highs, and make new all-time highs. Okay, right. So that is the game plan for the SPY. So for now, we are getting what looks like bearish consolidation, right? We are consolidating so far, and it's two things. The bulls need to protect the 50 EMA, SMA, or they need to find a way. If they fail to do that, the bears will push it down to 612. And if the bulls are able to push this up, we are going to get to new all-time highs very soon. We shall see how it plays out. Next one is the QQQ. So the QQQ, same thing with the QQQ. So the QQQ is actually on Monday, it pushed up. It wanted to go back and remount this upsloping trend line, right? But it couldn't. It couldn't get the job done again, just like the one with the SPY. So this QQQ is the tech-heavy ETF that tracks the Nasdaq. Okay. So right now, what we are looking to see is that are the bulls able to hold this level, this 588 level? Are they able to protect that level? If they're able to protect that level, as long as they can find a way to blast through and push up. If they fail, we are going to head down to at least this red line here, which is the 50 SMA. And then from there, if they are unable to protect it and hold that support, then it's going to head down and we can go as low as this area. This is a place where we might come to, that's a previous all-time high, this area, 540. So the bulls have a lot on the line. The bulls have a lot on the line. So if they fail to hold this level, then we are heading down. But if they're able to crack through it again, then we are going to head to new all-time highs. We'll first head to the previous all-time high, which is at this level, which is 613, and then after that they are going to break it and head to new all-time high. So that's how I look at this. So it's a game of chess now, and it requires a lot of patience, and based on how things work out, it could be the best can take control or the bulls can take control. So right now the ball is in the court of the bulls. It's up to them to close the deal and get it done. Okay, but they have a lot of obstacles. So these are all break walls and congestions that they need to fight. So they have lots of break walls to break. Next one is DIA, good old DIA, what I call the leading indicator. So DIA is price is still trading below this rising wedge, and it is actually consolidating, right? So the longer it consolidates, this bear flag the longer it consolidates at some point, it's either have to break to the upside or to the downside, right? But here, this looks to me like a bear flag forming. And depending on what happens, if the bulls are not able to defend this 50 SMA level, they're not able to defend this level. I'll put it down a little bit. If they're unable to defend this 454 level, then it means that price is going to head down and break and go to the downside. And in that case, similar to SPY and QQQ, we are going to head to the previous all-time high, which is somewhere here at 451 at least. And then from there, it can figure out whether it wants to go down or bounce from there. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I see for DIA. So right now, DIA is making a comeback, but it has a big break wall here. Also, what can happen here with DIA is that DIA can actually come here. You see here? It can actually come somewhere here. Okay. So I'm putting this level here. This, see here? Somewhere here, and then fail and put in what looks like a head and shoulders, right? So this is your left shoulder, this is your head, this is your right shoulder, and then that is going to lead to that's a bearish pattern, and then we can sell to the downside. So that's the options where price can go. Those are the permutations within which price can go. Okay, so that's where I see this going to, in case it fails to blast through this area. So here, this rising wedge is going to act as resistance. So in order for it to get there, it needs to remount it and trade above this level, this 466 level. It needs to trade above it. If it trades above it, then it can remount this and then possibly push up. But for now, this looks to me like something that is looking to form a bearish pattern. Okay, so this is your head, this is your head, this is your left shoulder, that's your right shoulder, and then boom, we go down. Okay, all right. Next one is IWM. So IWM actually is showing significant strength here. Significant strength here compared to the other one. So let's look at IWM. Let's go to the weekly time frame and see what it's doing. So IWM is showing real strength here, because look at this, the last week's sell, but IWM is almost coming to, it almost cleared yesterday, last week's highs already. It almost, but it's not done yet. So what I'm looking for IWM is that, and when you go to the daily, it looks like IWM formed the what is called the bullish harami. So you have a red candle, and then you have this green here, tiny green here. This is called a bullish harami, right? This two here is called the bullish harami pattern. So which is very, very bullish, and I believe that IWM might break out tomorrow and make new all-time highs. So what does IWM need to do? Let's look at it. So it has this trend line. It has this trend line here that it needs to crack. If it's able to crack above this trend line, you see this trend line here, if it's able to crack above it, this upsloping trend line, then it's going to blast through and put in a new all-time high. So I'm watching IWM very well this week to see if it's able to master this trend and make new all-time high. It's going to be really interesting to see IWM make new all-time highs and SPY and QQQ struggling to make new all-time highs. So we shall see how that works out this week. Okay. All right. So that's it for the key setups that I'm watching for SPY, QQQ, DIA, IWM. So I hope this video was insightful. So if you learned something from it, put some comments on the chat. Hit the like button, and also most importantly, sign up and join our free community, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. So I'm going to bring, I always bring in regular updates of the charts every week. So you're going to get this midweek, and we're also going to get live streams on Sundays. So so thank you for watching, and then we see you in the next video. Have a great day. All the best trading this week. Bye bye.